DBMS lab point of view, we are having experiment 1. In this particular experiment 1, we have to. So what we are going to be learning, what we are going to be discussing here, 3 points we are going to be discussing here. So number 1, we want to create a table. How to create a table here. Okay. So in this experiment 1, we are going to be discussing about what is known as create. So we are going to be described about what exactly known as the create ante enti. So even exam lo rasetappudu kuda meer ide syntax follow avvandi. Okay. So what is known as create command? Using a create command, we can able to create a database and we can able to create a table. If you want to create a table, you can able to use a create command. If you want to create a database, you can able to use a create table. Now you can see that this is a syntax we having. So create followed by what we want to create. We want to create a table. Suppose if you want to create a database, what is the syntax for that? Yeah? What is the syntax for that? Yeah, 1 second. Okay. Create. Okay, so what is this? Create. Okay, so just for you, for getting a clarity, I'm writing in the cap letter. So create and followed by the table name, right? And I want to give some table name here. So I just want to have a table name CSM-A 1. Okay, what's the table name we have here? CSM-A 1, right? So this is the one table name I want to. But again, I want to create one more database. So what I want to do that? First of all, if I want to create a table, I have to create one database. Then I have to go to the connect with that particular database. Once I connected to that consultant database, then I can able to create my database tables in that particular existing database, right? So database over create cheskoni aa database loki connect ayyi appudu aa database lo mana tables మనం create చేస్తాం. Okay, now so I want to create one database here. So database, what is the name I want to use? CSM-A, right? So this is the my query for to create a database. So once you have done that, once you connected with that, then you have to create some table for you. So here what I want to create something like that, rule number. Okay, I want to create rule number and I want to create a name and I want to create a phone number and I want to create a city. Okay, so these are 4 attributes I want to create a table here. I want to create a table. In that table I want to have a rule number, I want to have a name, I want to have a phone number, I want to have a city. Okay, how can I create that? How can I create that? So let us see here. For a meanwhile, create table. Okay, table, what was the table name we have in CSM-A1, right? So you can have a bracket here. Okay, what was the first field we having? Rule number. And what was the data type we having? So I'll use integer. Why? Because I just want to consider 4201 only. I don't want to consider, it depends on that what type of data type, depends on what type of data we're going to be inserting in that particular attribute. Yes or no? ఏదైతే database లో attribute లో ఏదైతే data ని మనం ఎంటర్ చేస్తున్నామో that will be going to decide your attribute type. Now I want to enter only 4201. Okay, so I need only numeric value, I don't need any other than. So I'm going to be using only integer. Again, by default, if I'm not able to give any of the size, if I'm not giving any of the size, it will take by default value, right? So what is the difference between what is known as the default value and why should we give a size here? Why should we give size here? Because by default, integer having assumed that it considers 25 as a size for that, right? But meanwhile by default integer value ki 25 size undu anukunna, assume that. So మనం ఏమి size ఇవ్వలేదు అనుకోండి, it will consider as a 25 as a value for. Okay, it will be considering as a 25 for value for you. నేను ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తాను, ఇంటీజర్ ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తున్నానంటే ఇంటీజర్ 10 అని ఇచ్చాను. నేను దాని అర్థం ఏంటంటే నేను 10 అని ఇవ్వడం వల్ల మెమరీ సేవ్ అవుతుంది అక్కడ, మెమరీ సేవ్ అవుతుంది. లేకపోతే ఏమైందంటే 25 మెమరీ వెళ్ళిపోతుంది అన్నమాట. ఓకే, లైక్ దిస్ ఐఎమ్ డూయింగ్. సో అగైన్ ఐ జస్ట్ వాంట్ టు యూస్ ద semicolon here, semicolon, and what is the name we having? Name. And again I just want to have a name is a Krishna Vamshi, and then the pinch of Krishna Vamshi 142, nothing like that, right? So I have a character here. So just for my purpose I'm using cap letter, don't misunderstanding me. And what is the next we having? Phone number. Okay, again phone number is a purely integer and it should be 10, ante kada. And again comma, and city also having character, and again I should have 10. I'm using this. So I just have one more bracket and have this is the way we have to create your table. Yes or no? Am I clear? Is that clear? Right? So just check it out. This is in your, so first thing what we are doing, we want to create a table, experiment 1 in DBMS. What we are doing, we want to create a table. Then what we want to do, we want to insert some data into that particular table. How can we insert that? Using a insert command. What is the command for that? Insert command. Using insert into table name. What is that? Insert into table name. Okay, don't worry, I'm write it here using this. Then what was the answer for me? 4201. You can stop it one more time.